When I say North Chennai, and the first thing you are reminded of is a picture of gangs, local goons and violence before any other things, we might be having a problem here. And the stereotype is not new by any means. A research paper titled Contested Narratives, Filmic Representations of North Chennai in Contemporary Tamil Cinema by Karthikeyan Damodaran and Hugo Gorange observes, I quote, "In contemporary Tamil films, the representation of North Chennai as a spatially distinct, masculine, homogeneous and violent urban ghetto has turned the slums and kuppams, or the residential areas associated with Dalits, into dangerous spaces that feed the casteist anxieties and desires of the Tamil imagination." End quote. While speaking of the masculine, homogeneous and violent urban ghettos, one can't just forget about the portrayal of Madurai. This city is synonymous with violence, fear, chauvinism and casteism. Everything that this research talks about seems to fit the portrayal of Madurai too. The research further says, and I quote, "These films show inner city places become encoded as territories of how gangs mark out their turf with their insignia and daily gatherings at particular sites with particular individuals, specific gestures and the like." End quote. The Fight Club Tamil movie is the reason behind this entire conversation. Technically, the movie is strong. Editing, camera, music hit the right spot, making this movie visually fantastic. However, several critics and reviewers have accused the movie of yet again stereotyping North Chennai as just another habitat of violent goons. Though the movie's storyline is not set in a contemporary context, re-emphasizing a certain stereotype that the inhabitants of North Chennai had been working hard for decades to get rid of, just feels plain insensitive. Particularly, this is something that you would not expect from Vijay Kumar, the man behind the Uriyadi movie, and Lokesh Kanagaraj. This movie could have been set anywhere and still would have made sense, but choosing North Chennai is concerning given the history. Several movies over the decades have managed to show Madurai as a land of casteist barbarians who walk around with machetes or sickles tucked behind their shirts, even while going for a cup of tea. Madurai-based movies were cloaked in a superficial idea of valor and heroism just to validate regressive casteist undertones that have never been subtle. Mari Selvaraj's take on Kamal Hassan's super hit from the 1990s, Thevar Magan, during the audio launch of his movie Mamanan is an example. Another research paper titled Madurai Formula Films, Caste Pride and Politics in Tamil Cinema delves into a film genre themed Madurai Formula Films, or 3M films, as the research calls, emphasizing elements of murder, mayhem and Madurai, extending to the broader southern districts. These movies, often set in Madurai, revolve around the glorification of the Aruval, a sickle-shaped machete, and propagate a corresponding narrative of a society founded on martial pride and caste honor. They explicitly or implicitly celebrate caste dominance, serving as platforms for asserting and displaying the pride of intermediate caste. The research quotes from the several other studies that have delved into this topic and say that even when the protagonist's caste is not explicitly mentioned, various cues, actions and attitudes depicted in these films strongly suggest to the particular caste being signified. The existence of movies that take this track for their story has inadvertently reasserted the dominance of one community, its supposed valor, glory and pride. The fodder that it fed has led to generations internalizing these movies, these visuals, and making the violent nature of the city to be the status quo, or as the research paper says, common sense. While we are still struggling to reel out of the stereotype built around Madurai, which almost seems like a lost cause now, Chennai has a chance to recover, with directors like Paranjit using the stage to show the colors and flavors of North Chennai that have been overlooked or deliberately ignored so far. In both Madurai and North Chennai, we must not forget that the stereotypes originated from caste identities. The number of politicians who have come out of cinema is a testament to the influence of cinema has on the Tamil audience, making it abundantly clear cinema is not just cinema, not art for art's sake. People embrace and live the movies. Filmmakers are accountable for their products.